We're still here at New York Comic Con having a blasty blast day one going down right here at the Twitch booth. Pancake Pow joining me on stage because we're taking a dive.
Oh,
we're diving
we're synchronizing
back into the world of comics, courtesy of Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
Which is the franchise has been around for so long.
So long.
But comic books telling the story of Assassin's Creed, because there's many different stories that have been told throughout the Assassin's Creed storylines. Where do you guys take the comic book and Assassin's Creed and bring them together?
So the comic series actually have been around for quite a while as well. Like, how long have we been working together on this? I think
about 2014.
Yeah, 3 years.
2014.
3 years. Yeah, we started with 2 series, Assassins and Templars, and with some amazing writers, amazing artists. Then decided to merge them into the latest series, which is ongoing right now, Uprising. And so in Uprising, what you see is a lot of characters from that we've seen in the games before, like Galena and Otzoberg, that people will recognize from games like Syndicate and initiatives like Initiates, AC Initiates. They're actually having main roles in the comics, and as well as an entirely new character, Charlotte de la Cruz, who...
Charlotte de la Cruz.
What a great name.
Sounds like an assassin name.
She's absolutely awesome. When we meet her, she doesn't know she's awesome. But we find out that her lineage is absolutely riddled with assassin's heritage. And so we found a great opportunity to present a whole deep narrative on the present day and then go back and forth into her ancestors. And I actually brought the hoodie of Charlotte.
That thing is fire.
I'm going to wear it.
Yes, please.
It's been really hot, but I want to wear it.
It is
it's
so
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, and I'm so happy that we actually have a character from the comics that is so popular that she has her own hoodie by UB Workshop.
I mean, that's kind of legit.
Yeah.
And you put the hoodie on, it kind of makes me think, where's your lineage lie on the assassin?
Like the colors, little...
I've always been more of a Templar person, but I shouldn't say this. Yeah. There we go. It's cool.
There it is. And you can get this in. This is available for people to purchase. You just don't have the only one, right?
No.
Okay,
it's a UB Workshop hoodie. And
Jose, relax.
I know.
You can get one.
I was gonna say, like, I do love me a good hoodie. I spent some time in Rome looking for assassins. I couldn't find any, but I did rock a sweet hoodie while I was up there.
There you go.
Just looking around.
Yeah.
So now you guys have quite a few other series that are along this. Do they all tie in together in some way, or are each of them like solely their own story?
Shall I field this one?
Yes.
Yeah, so the whole point of the comics is to find an accessible entry point into the Assassin's Creed franchise. So whether you play the games, whether you play the mobile games, whether you read the novels, whether you watch the movie, that kind of thing, they're designed to bring you into that universe through an entirely accessible new point. So they tell their own story, they feature cameos and extended guest stars from the games, but they also have brand new characters that sort of ease you into it. So if you're looking for a good starting point, the Anthony Del Cole, Conor McCreary, Neil Edwards series is a great point to start. Find out Charlotte.
Love those guys.
But you can hop on board with Uprising as well, as it brings the two together. You can find out more about the Templars backstory with the Fred Van Lent and Dennis Calero series. And also,
I love Dennis's art. It's
gorgeous.
Noir.
Yeah,
it's great.
And also we got Reflections too, which is just out in trade, available at our booth 2142. Please stop by. Which is this is a sort of celebration of 10 years of the franchise. So it's dipping into backstories that you've not seen from famous and beloved assassins from the games.
Yeah, we're really proud of the Reflections series. It was a very special moment for us because it's an opportunity to show different sides of our most legendary assassins in the Desmond Miles lineage that you may know.
Oof.
And I think one of the stories that was closest to my heart was, oh my gosh, was the one where we finally showed Connor's daughter, because in the lore, he's been kind of discredited as having had a miserable ending, but I think a lot of fans didn't pick up that that was just Abstergo propaganda. And so the comics were a great way to show what really happened. And we worked with a Native American cultural and historical consultant from the Mohawk community, make sure that...
Ubisoft's super hardcore about their history and everything. I remember going to, when Syndicate came out, they took us to London and they showed us the exact thing of like why they chose this, why they chose the map. So I can understand how
we have the same approach with the comics. We also had a historical consultant on the issue on Altair, where we follow his son Darim killing Genghis Khan, and we wanted to make make sure that we depicted. I mean, of course, we take some liberties. We find a balance, right? But we wanted to make sure that we depicted Mongol culture, clothing in a very respectful and most accurate way.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, especially for the Connor issue, it took a long time to make that issue because of the back and forth. But it's beautiful, and she's wearing Connor's daughter is wearing the necklace that Connor's mom.
We're at the home
passed
gate.
on.
We're at the home gate. That's all I remember. It's like, oh no,
Yeah.
turn into a bear and do things. But how much fun is it to draw out the world of Assassin's Creed in comic book form? Because like when you see the games, obviously the games look beautiful, but taking it and throwing different unique art styles onto it, but still keeping it within the Assassin's Creed vibe. How much fun is that for you guys to get to just play in and see once it's all done?
For me, it's an obvious blast, but
Yeah.
how is it for you, Andrew?
Well, no, it's great. I mean, one of the things is because the comics are canon, the art has to be canon with that too. It's the details and the attention to detail, and it's also what I've really loved about the process. And I have to throw hat tip to editor Tom Williams, who's been doing this for a couple of years now, and editor Lizzie Kay, who kicked things off as well. But dealing with them and finding artists who aren't necessarily representative, like photorealistic styles, Ubisoft has been incredible about sort of letting us nurture new talents and bring in kind of more, not cartoony styles, but kind of interesting individual artists. That seems to be the main core theme that connects each of the comics, is that there's not a house style. It's looking for stylish artists who can draw Assassin's Creed comics.
And I think there we have this great story as well, because for Reflections we picked an artist who we actually discovered on Tumblr. She's a fan artist. Yeah, Valeria Favoccia. I don't know if she's here.
What a
She
dream
is
moment
here.
for
I don't know
her.
if she's in there.
I'm dying to meet her because we discovered her because at Ubisoft we actually follow quite a lot of our fans, their Tumblrs, their artworks, and Valeria made such huge leaps in terms of like her style and improvement over the years that at some point when we started working on the comics, we talked to Titan with Andrew, Tom, and we're like, hey, maybe we should try for a cover. That would be cool, right? To have a popular fan do a cover. And she did such a great job that by the time Reflections came around, we asked her to do some tests for the interiors, and Titan was, you guys were very excited about it, and we thought she nailed the vibe. So it's really cool to see actually a hardcore fan become one of our artists.
Yeah, become part of the franchise.
And it's a similar story with Sunset Again, the cover artist too.
The cover artist, Sunset Again from China.
So
Liu
what a
Yang.
moment.
Yeah, she's amazing. And Jose Holder, we discovered him. He's our interior artist. Yeah, in the building. When Tom Williams, our editor, was coming over, we started discussing, we were reviewing Dan Waters and Alex's work to become the writers, and we were super excited to have them, and we were still like, oh gosh, what would be a great match for an artist? It's hard. It needs to be someone who knows the brand, but who's also comfortable in their own style and comic style. And Rafael Lacoste, our brand art director, he said, well, I have a storyboard artist on the team, on the production team of Origins, and he actually happens to be a published comic book artist. And so we really impromptu pulled him into the meeting.
Like, you, over there, come on in here. We need you to talk. All right, draw this out. Sweet, done, hired.
We looked at his work, and he was not hired on the spot because we everybody was like, whoa, whirlwind, this is a big decision. And but basically we wanted him. He had to have a think about it because he was a full-time storyboard artist, but he's been doing it now for a while, and we have a blast working with him.
Yeah, the 8th issue on the Uprising series is just about to come out, I think, in about 2 weeks' time. But I don't quite know when he sleeps.
So
sleep is for the week.
He doesn't. Yeah.
So with this being the 8th, is there more to come? Are you guys?
Yes. So Uprising at the moment is a 12-issue arc, so there'll be another 4 issues after that, and then we'll see where the ongoing story takes us.
Yeah, the ongoing story. Yeah, I think a lot of fans already know that we're aiming to close a huge storyline on the Phoenix Project, and it's going to go out with a bang.
Nice.
So it's kind of a story that's been with Assassin's Creed from the beginning almost, and
yes,
finally getting to pay off in comics.
It's very strategic on your timing, considering that Origins is starting to come out. So if you put in 2 together, you better catch up with your reading because it's going to be a good ending.
And where can people find out more about the comics?
You can go to titan-comics.com, follow us at @ComicsTitan. We've got a large presence on all the Ubi Workshop and Ubisoft social media and things like that. So
we're all on social media.
type in Assassin's Creed Comics into your favorite search engine and find out more.
And you guys are here too at Comic-Con. You guys have your own booth.
Booth 2142 for Titan, so please stop by.
Yeah, stop by.
Stop by, get your Assassin on. You guys, thank you so much for coming and sharing some Assassin's Creed comics and what's to come. And we've got plenty more to come from right here at New York.